I need you to open the gate.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
And David with a Y.
Okay. Sorry. Just a little bit of tickle at the... Oh, right. What is in here? Oh, the command post.
Yep, I had been standing up.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice. A gift from Lord Belial.
Or he's setting you up to fail.
No, he would never betray me. Strike him down.
You never learn.
He would never betray me.
He's a demon.
Yeah.
That needs to recharge.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
We've been discovered.
Ooh, they're like Naga.
No, I will not do that.
Let's see. I don't entirely know. I think Activision. So what happened with Activision and Destiny is effectively oh, more plot.
Has Maghda reached Alcarnus?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Then I cannot delay any longer. Open the gate.
I think effectively Bungie wanted to separate themselves out from Microsoft and, you know, really stand on their own 2 feet. So they approached Activision as a publisher and were like, hey, you know, we have this idea for an MMO, like a sci-fi RPG MMO. Or MMORPG. Blah. You know, would you be willing to take us on? And Activision was like, sure. I'm fairly certain they fronted them the capital and a bunch of other stuff. The problem is they had some like writers that I don't think Bungie really should have gone with. Like, you know, if they didn't sell X amount or release the game by X dates, Activision would get like a controlling share in Bungie and all sorts of crazy stuff like that.
Weird deals, yeah.
It's not a good idea. That's, to some degree,
Satchel.
what screwed Obsidian over and over again.
We camp, lying in wait for a hero of incredible prowess. My gut churns with the suspicion that we are simply fodder. I have heard tales of this hero wading through our ranks, slaughtering us as if we were children. I will not sleep again tonight, I fear.
Well, he might be among the dead.
I believe he was the guy that we just killed.
Yep.
In town. Okay, December of 2007 is when Activision and Vivendi, which was owner of Blizzard at the time, occurred. But yeah, I don't know. I like the company. I like the company a lot. I just want to see them do new and interesting things. It's weird when you go to indie. Well, I guess it's not that weird going to indie games for like new and interesting stuff, and AAA for like old and comfortable.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I like the longevity of some series because then there's just an endless amount of lore and there's a fandom that you can be a part of for years and years and years. And it's fun when you have those really rare gems of those indie games with unique stories and such. But the sad thing is, once they've reached their completion,
Then they're done?
Yeah, and sometimes that's the beauty of it. I much actually prefer anime series that are only maybe 2 or 3 seasons long at most.
I think it depends on the anime, but
it
yeah,
does
generally.
depend on it.
I wouldn't even think of anime that much, but like, you know, we had Wandersong, Underhero, Crosscode, you know, a bunch of these like small indie games, and there
are some games that don't need sequels and thousands of years of history fleshed out and several generations of characters explored.
Well, admittedly, Crosscode is pretty in depth on a lot of things. It's long, but yeah, I I guess, like, I want to see more AAA games that that evoke similar feelings to Crosscode Under Hero and Wandersong and stuff. And I think except for, like, Spider-Man and God of War, I don't think I can name a single, like, AAA game that's really, like, evoked any kind of emotional reaction from me.
What would you consider AAA of, like, the old games?
Almost everything back in the day was AAA, unless it was, like, a weird tie-in.
Yeah, because I would think nowadays
AAA or AA?
Myst would kind of be considered indie.
Indie, yeah, Myst is indie.
But
Myst
back in the
is
day, it was a
indie.
huge thing when a new Myst game came out.
So effectively, the advent of 3D wrecked the indie market. You know, back in the day, you could be a very small studio of like 10 people and you could pump out a game, because that was common for everybody.
Well, and the original Myst game was a very small team.
Yeah, you know, the original Blizzard was like 30 people in a basement.
And is that what made Warcraft 1?
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they'd made some other stuff, but
Man, I wish I had the Blizzard art book that I have at home. Because it was really interesting seeing the original artwork from the, like, early 90s when they were first starting to develop their ideas. When was that game released?
Which game?
Warcraft 1.
90... I don't remember.
And supposedly they had even started off with other ideas for like a sort of like an apocalyptic zombie vampire punk game or pirates or a bunch of other things. They had it was interesting.
Part of the reason why I'm so like insistent on Blizzard actually trying to like make new stuff is the origin of Blizzard was all sorts of nonsense. Like
they had a lot of weird game
they
ideas.
had like Lost Vikings. They had a bunch of different things. They tried making adventure games. They tried making
because I think they actually had a series planned where it was like Vampire Mad Max, like that kind of weird combination of, you know, post-apocalyptic worlds with a lot of what kind of it wouldn't be called, it's not steampunk, is it like
That needs to recharge.
Magitech?
No, it's not Magitech. It's definitely a kind of blank punk, but it's involving
Diesel punk?
Diesel, yeah. I think diesel punk is what people consider
it's
Mad
probably,
Max to be.
Mad Max is diesel punk. But yeah, so the advent of 3D kind of killed indie to some degree, because effectively nobody
But now
could
there's a
afford...
resurgence of 2D, and at least amongst
Well, yeah,
indie.
so
Help us! You can't leave us here!
Honestly.
Of course not. I shall free you.
Aw.
like I said,
Your Necromancer's a good guy.
the Necromancer is actually like a
An
good
interesting
dude. It's
opponent.
weird. I'm not used to this. I'm fine with it, because it's kind of amusing to be the oh yay Necromancer.
Bring that down.
But
That is
like,
impossible.
what am I saying? So effectively, it was too expensive to make new indie games for a while, because, you know, straight up, there's just 3D budget was too high and it was hard to compete. Because, you know, with like old 2D graphics, yeah, you could have stuff like Symphony of the Night was definitely one of the like more impressive looking games to some degree back in the day. Oh, I got a unique ring. I should probably plunk that on. But yeah, 3D was really expensive. Many studios couldn't handle it. We had a lot of games that just did not look good in 3D, and it was kind of make or break for a while. And
I thought rescue would never come.
and people's standards changed almost kind of in a frustrating manner, because people wouldn't buy 2D games anymore, or they weren't as likely to do so. And it was like, what are you doing? No, these games are fantastic.
I can't believe it's over.
You know, like Symphony of the Night was one of the last like AAA 2D games, and it was amazing. And it was kind of baffling that nobody like stuck with that style, because 3D is the future.
Well,
But
that's what's happened with Disney.
yeah, And to some degree, Disney is getting to the point where, yeah, their 3D is actually of sufficient quality that I'd say it's kind of understandable. For a while, though, no. And even then, like, I think their 2D stuff was pretty fantastic.
Well, it's one of those things where there's a kind of essence or nostalgia to 2D animation that I think, like, I wonder if there's going to be a...
Castlevania? No, I think Netflix kind of recognizes the need for 2D.
Right, but that's the anime style. I'm talking about
well, the Disney 2D style was very specific, though.
Well, I don't know. I'm just talking about like really fluid animation. Not to say that anime is without fluid animation, but there's definitely shortcuts that are taken with a lot of like stills and only some movement. Like, you know how we were talking about how the Castlevania anime seemed really, really stiff with the exception of the fight scenes?
Well, yeah, their fight scenes were fantastic. It was the everything else that was not. I just didn't like it because the plot was garbage.
Most of the characters were not likable.
Well, it's not even that they weren't likable. It was just like a lot of
villains were just quarreling all the time.
Yeah, show don't tell. I think that is one of the. I hate the phrase "show don't tell" because it's such a frustrating, not trap exactly, but if you're trying to write show don't tell is such a hard thing to like get around to sometimes. But
yeah, it's one of those things where I do like the occasional story times with the old man, but some people say no.
So there's a difference though.
Maghda. Such sad, sad tales have reached me of your truly abysmal failure to stop the enemy at the casino outpost. But at least the enemy's spy is being found. Once we eliminate her and her allies, this obnoxious little world will fall to me, and perhaps you, if you survive.
Ooh, was that Belial making a threat? Or someone else?
Yeah, that was Belial. Let's see. Hello. This guy was, ready to come say hi. Ow. Do we want to turn on enemy health bars, or would that probably be too visually messy?
It might be messy, but I just really wish I knew when the character was gonna go down.
I'm gonna turn on monster health bars. It'll make it easier for you to figure out who's an enemy too.
Yes, that would be immensely helpful.
Because yeah, one of the problems with being on a higher difficulty level, yeah, okay, this is so much easier.
Yep, I like this.
Because yeah, we don't need to see my monster health bars. We don't need to see our own health bars that much.
Well, because our own health bars are in the bottom anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, arena?
Yep. Lair the Witch.
The moment of your death grows near.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
No.
You know, I would actually really like to see an anime or a TV show or whatever where the entire thing is entirely narrated.
Not ready
Like,
yet.
you have some really good narrator, and they're effectively just kind of speaking about... It's an old man by the fire, or a young man, or something like that, or whomever, just somebody
It'd be
talking.
as though if The Princess Bride had been entirely read
Yeah,
by
kind
the
of.
grandfather.
I can't imagine it would actually be that good, but I'd love to see it attempted. And you wouldn't have as much animation.
I
You
need
know, it'd be
healing.
Freezing.
more
I must wait
stills and
longer.
some other things.
Oh no! Ouch! I died because of the frost,
Yeah.
and I couldn't heal up.
You can press X to revive it, May. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget you can do that. Must summon more friends. This is... Oh, I love this. This would probably be a fair bit more difficult.
if it was just 2 people versus all of these goons.
Yep. Ow, ow, ow.
Wait, watch out for those ice rings.
Yeah, they're hard to see.
Yeah, that's why that one snuck up on me.
Oh, you're up there. Okay, we should probably be below them.
Yeah, I'm just working my array around because there are those orbs of moths.
Following you around. You can actually roll through them. Maybe not. I don't know. Just make sure you don't, like, drag me off the screen.
Okay.
Okay. Get some more friends up in here. Yay.
Now
there she goes. I love friendship.
Wait, is she gone?
Yeah, we killed her. I exploded her into bits.
You said now she rots?
Yep. And now we return back to the hidden camp. Which is... Oh.
Is there
that's neat. You can actually... You can press up and down on your controller.
I am
and it will, it'll actually cycle between recent items and you can just quick equip them. That is neat. I like that.
Chaldeum is still in peril. Before she died, Maghda revealed that Belial's treachery goes even deeper than we suspected.
Oh, yes, we missed with Tyrael.
I got some new things. You should take a look.
I killed Maghda. Before she passed, she claimed that Belial used the Imperial Guard to capture Leah.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
We need to get into the city. Ashira might be able to help.
For a second, with the way Tyrael said growing power, it almost sounded like groin power, and I had to check the subtitles, and I'm like, hold on!
For goodness
What
sake.
is this? What are we playing?
The whole boner business that you keep referring to is getting to your head.
I have a one-track mind, apparently. And it's a bad track. It's going bad places. Okay, there is ring. Oh, of course, now I've got a bunch of good rings.
I would say keep it in your pants, but it's spilling out all onto the battlefield every time we fight our enemies. All your bone minions.
Excuse me. I just happen to have particularly exuberant boners. Okay, do I have anything else? The answer is no. Hello! I still don't know how to remove... I don't know how to... Oh, right, it's this lady. Oh, you can dye items in this game. I forgot about that. Oh, how much money do I have? Oh, she's maxed out. Whatever that does.
Now, they seem to have something to say. Hey!
Yeah, we can talk to her.
I want to see what lore she has. Blacksmith family, the closed city. Let's ask about the closed city.
My people are shunned many places, but we were always welcomed in Chaldeum. Something must be very wrong, that they won't even let their own people into the city now.
Something? Can you see into the future, or can't you?
Is that any way to speak to me? And you don't need visions to see that Belial is in control of the city. The question is how?
Okay, family.
I must say, I'm very fond of this new family I find myself in. But you could be a bit more open about your love for us, you know.
My family is dead.
Oh, don't try to hide it. You act like you just need us for our skills. But we know the real reason you've brought us along with you.
Wait, I want to talk to her for a second. What does she say if I... Oh!
Oh, hey! Jeweler. That's something new.
Have I ever told you that I knew Shen before he became part of our family here? Oh, he is such a sweet old fool. What a wild love we had for each other. He used to do the most surprising things, if you know what I mean. I could tell you stories that would curl your hair.
I must decline.
Boner surprise!
Okay, go on.
Oops.
Wait. So, ask her about family.
I must say, I'm very fond of this new family I find myself in.
What is your response?
But you could be a bit more open about your love for us, you know.
Love?
Oh, don't try to hide.
So, my character's just like, my family is dead. And you're just like, love? What is that?
I only understand boners.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more.
What is love? I seriously don't know. Please, someone tell me. I'm so confused.
Okay, Tyrael. I want to know about his
Sure.
fall.
It is strange that your fall raised the dead in Tristram. You were an angel of the high heavens.
Not just any angel. I was the Archangel of Justice. My fall awoke the vengeful dead who were slain unjustly during Diablo's reign of terror. There was nothing I could do. As my power left my body, I had absolutely no control over it.
Do you want to ask him any questions?
Because
there's more lore.
Chaldeum is the greatest city in the world, the seat of the Empire of Kyrgyzstan.
So they say.
Its libraries overflow with undeciphered tomes of arcane knowledge. Its streets cover labyrinthine tunnels. It is a city of wonder and mystery. I do not know how these refugees persevere. Their situation is dire, and it seems there is little hope for them. Where do they find the strength to carry on?
Their hearts possess the will to survive.
The human spirit never ceases to amaze me.
Yes, you want to speak with Tyrael?
Yes.
I feel Belial in the very air. I see his shadow behind haunted eyes, hear his voice whispering lies on the wind. He need not bring an army to this city. It is his already.
Okay.
So there's a jeweler somewhere around here that we want to interact with.
Well, are they Shen? Because
There ain't no guards around, are there?
It's the fence
Good,
break.
because I got some new items to show you.
May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid one last time.
I think we need to find Shen, because when you asked the lady about the jeweler, she was just
Yeah,
like,
where
oh,
is the
Shen,
jeweler?"
I could tell you such stories about him. Hey, Eamon has more to say. Fate of Hadrig's father. Wait, I thought we already did that.
I can tell by the look in your eye that you're not going to leave it alone. You want to hear what happened to my father?
You don't become a hunter unless you've lost someone. You can talk to me.
Right, well, my father tried to dispel the rumors about my grandfather. No one would listen. And one night, a week later, crazed refugees from Tristram came for revenge. I remember my father screaming for us to get out. Nasty laughter. A lot of it. Just before Justice shoved me out the window, I saw my father crawling up the stairs at me. 2 daggers in his back, the 3rd whipping round his throat.
And the memory of it haunts your dreams even now.
How did you know?
I told you, Blacksmith. We've all lost someone.
Yep, because my character's family was massacred by demons before her very eyes.
Seriously, where is the jeweler?
People say that you find him later.
Why are we able to talk about him already? Okay. That's confusing. Alright, right, that was the other thing I was gonna do. Jewelry. Okay, so damage to elites, cooldown reduction.
Diamond.
Just all. Really that helpful. Ruby is plus damage to melee attackers.
Technically,
Okay.
rubies and sapphires are the same. It's just color.
Where we go? Oh, I see. It wants us to go here. Wait, rubies and sapphires are the same?
Yep. Yep, rubies and sapphires are the same. They're both corundums. And so only, you know, nice red ones are actually considered rubies. Maybe with a little bit of touch of pink. But sapphires are any, like, corundum that's, like, yellow, orange, green, blue,
conditions out
white,
here are deplorable.
black.
Something must be done to aid these people.
Ashira, the Emperor is in danger. I need to speak with him.
I heard what you did at Kasim Outpost in Alcarnus. You have my thanks, and you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this man has vital information regarding the massacre in the Borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass!
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcarnus.
Your guards lied.
He's a boy.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Gods, I leave this matter
The
in
Watt
your
cycle
hands.
is so bad.
It's so fast and what? So, how old is this kid? He sounds like he's only 6 years old.
Spoilers.
What, is he actually some kind of weird immortal being that just likes to inhabit the bodies of young boys?
Spoilers.
I knew you'd come for me.
You are quite the optimist.
Fine.
Why can't we just climb up?
I'll refrain from
Why can't
further
we climb
speculation.
climb up this and just like mob the guy?
Get out of here. I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there.
Unfortunately, I know enough about this game's plot, that it's, I can't, like, answer things because it's, well... I mean, it's kind of predictable.
Well, did I make a somewhat accurate prediction?
These demons are blocking
our
way.
Well, considering all of his guards are demons.
Construct.
That would not be wise.
I'll leave you to science things out for yourself. Oh, we should probably manage skills it a little bit. We've leveled up a bunch. I think we were level 31 when we started tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's possible. I mean, we are at the highest difficulty.
Yeah, oh yeah, we level fast. It doesn't feel like much just because you don't...
There has to be a way into the sewers from here.
You don't have to manually change your level or, like, allocate stat points in this. Because you had to do that in Diablo 2. And so it was very noticeable when you leveled up. Because you kind of had to, like, manage stuff. But now, not as, it's not so necessary. It's not even important. Okay. Apart from, like, unlocking a couple of new things.
I found my mother, Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We will find her.
We won!
This
creature
will die.
Quiet.
So Maghda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. I always knew it.
But there is still a reason she never reunited with you.
Is that it? I think we're good.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah,
they were just talking about her mother.
Yeah, and both of our characters do, in fact,
Take
respond
turns.
to the NPCs, yeah.
Seared wristbands of the mind.
Nope, nothing this... Wait, yes.
Little chest.
Got some stuff. Oh.
Was it an
Add
amethyst?
some critters.
Yeah, an amethyst.
Yep. see. You got some decent equipment. You might want to consider putting on, by the way.
Yeah, when we're in an area that isn't teeming with monsters.
Can you just press start for a second?
Yeah.
I just want to see. You...
Ooh, what's the creeping eagle? But is that a two-hander?
No, that's a hand crossbow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It is an upgrade.
So I should do this?
Yeah.
So I have one in each hand?
Yep.
That I do?
Yep.
How about rings? Probably this. And should I do the ring invasion? Or no?
Yeah, the ring invasion's better than just Thornton's damage. Not by much,
Nope,
I don't
not
think.
that.
Rugged armor is a little bit better.
Rugged armor. Doesn't have a slot though, like the
Yeah, but
brigand.
it's not like we're really slotting in a whole lot of gems to begin with.
Well, that's better. How about gloves?
Yes, the Dominion Salvation is better.
Just for like health stuff. Ooh, but the Titan's Grasp is good. That's a bonus all around.
No.
Gasping Dome, Broken Crown. How about the phalanx?
Probably.
It's a little bit less for armor, but has more on that. Okay, and then you wanted me to look at skills?
Yeah.
Well, looks like that hasn't changed. Oh, that one actually got a new rune. Fire support. Launch homing rockets while using rapid fire.
I think you should grab that.
So that means they're just gonna home while they're firing?
It's a little gamey.
Okay. And then I still haven't unlocked any new companions.
Oh, you got something new for Vault.
Yeah, what is it? Remove a discipline cost but add a cooldown.
Not really helpful.
Nah, I barely use enough discipline as it is.
Yeah.
I think I like the Son of Knockback enemies you vault through. So that's fine. This is new.
Yep, Strafe has...
Stinging Steel. Throw out knives that deal additional damage on critical hits. Increase your movement speed.
Yeah, the knives seems like a good idea.
Sure. And then that's the turrets.
Turret has a new upgrade.
Turret now fires piercing bolts as opposed to homing rockets.
Piercing bolts might be better.
Really?
I don't know.
We can try it.
This piercing bolts is going to be slightly better against groups. Rockets is better against single targets.
Okay, Perfectionist. Reduce the discipline cost of all skills. Increase your armor and resistance to all damage types by 10. I currently have this for bows. I think I'm okay with that for now.
I have to quick check my skills for much the same reason. Doesn't look like I've got any new... Do I have any new runes? No. Right, because that's the bone golem. Oh. No, that is new.
A tornado of bones?
Yeah. I just really like the delivery. I like the delivery of corpse bits for me. Let's see. He's running fear. Go back to being a usable corpse afterwards. And we tried the skeleton mage, skeleton archer one. One pillars, frost spikes, already did that. And we don't have any curses. Okay, so actually surprisingly few upgrades here.